So today, what I want to talk about is email. A lot of people are really interested in using email marketing because it's easy to do. You don't have to go anywhere. But the biggest problem facing people who want to use email is the spamminess factor. So I just wanted to show you a free tool that you can use to check all of your emails, and it also will check your server status and all of the other back-end infrastructure of your emails that you might not even be aware of that could be affecting your emails. And are they going where you want them to go, or are they just going directly into spam, or worse yet, are they never even making it past the walls to get into somebody's email box? I'm not going to go into great depth today, but I want to make you aware that this free tool is www.mail-tester.com, and you can use it by sending your emails to that address. It'll actually arrive in their box, and then you can go check it, and it'll give you a score. And this is just from their frequently asked questions that I wanted to point out to you that you need to be aware of. And then I'm going to actually talk to you about how to create some email campaigns, and I'll deconstruct an email so that it could be helpful to you in any type of email marketing you do. So here's some frequently asked questions, and you want to think about your emails, and this system will help you to ensure that everybody gets your emails. What happens if you have a perfect score but you still get put into a spam box? What is a perfect score, and what is spam assassin? And this company goes through and they tell you everything you need to know about creating a high-quality email. And again, they show you that back-end infrastructure about what will stop your emails dead in their tracks. And I'm going to be talking about how to do simple email marketing when you're first getting started, as opposed to the mass emails where you're sending out hundreds of emails a day. So I want to talk a little bit about the email tester. Very easy to use. All you do is you go to the website and you get an email address that you send your email message to. So if you just send it to the email address that they provide for you, send the email, and then you go back to their site and it'll give you a score. And this all happens within seconds. So you just send your email message to that address, go back, click on the test your score link, and then you see a score between 0 and 10. The closer to 10 you are, the more perfect your email is, and the least likely it will be that it will go into a spam folder. If you're running at 0 or under 5, you're in big trouble. So you want to, of course, create emails that score way above 5 so that you're not spinning your wheels and getting blocked. And if you have a low score, the mail-tester.com site will actually tell you what the problem is with your email. Like if you're using numbers like money claims, then it will think that it is a phishing scam or some type of a scam or spam. So it's really good that you get your spam assassin rating, and they give you absolute specific ways to improve. And then you can create emails that will ensure that the different sites will see your email as a good email that has a legitimate purpose. And of course, it also is helpful that your emails are all set up to the canned spam specifications so that you don't get yourself in trouble or get reported as a spammer. Again, this is the address. It's www.mail-tester.com, and as you can see, it tells you specifically, first, send your email to, and there's the address, and that is the email address that you send your complete email to. So make sure that you would send your complete email, including your images that you're going to send to this address, and it will check your score. Now I want to talk about how to use email to get new clients. I actually have worked on this, and when Jack asked me to talk about emails today, it was funny because I had forgotten that I had started to create this step-by-step how-to, and then I found it. So if you're looking for a great method to win clients in a non-salesy way, you're going to love the TAMI formula for creating emails. And the TAMI, T-A-M-I, is Take Action Marketing Implementation. And the cool thing about this for creating emails is it's easy to implement, easy to create, easy to scale, it's tested, proven results, quick production, meaning you can quickly do it, it's timely and useful information to the recipient of the email, it's the perfect foot in the door strategy, it's friendly, it builds trust, builds authority, it's a motivation builder, and of course it's easy to implement. And I want to let you know that this is only one method, and if you're using mass mailings, then I highly suggest that you set up your domain name email and be sure to set up your servers properly. And the sample spam tester I showed you, the mail-tester.com, it will tell you exactly how to set up your email for any server you're using. For example, if you're using HostGator, Host9, GoDaddy, or any type of server system, it'll tell you exactly how to set that up. What I'm going to talk about now is not for mass mailings, but how to get started if you are a solo person who's trying to just get started using email marketing and you want to start to touch people in your local world. And again, I'm not talking about sending hundreds of emails. I'm talking about starting with 10, 20 or so in a local marketing environment. And I have done this, and it works. So step one is create a Gmail account with just your name and your Gmail. Do not make it look like a business account. So you're going to use your name and a number. For example, I have a Gmail that's TAMI with my zip code, or TAMI Patzer1. So the idea is that you are creating a personal type Gmail account that you're going to use to talk to people, because if you notice in emails, if someone's name shows up in the line when you're reading it and you recognize that name, the odds are you're going to open that as opposed to seeing something that you perceive as being somebody trying to sell you something. So that's step one. Create a simple Gmail account. Then you'll want to be sure to set up an email tracking system, and there are many out there. You just want to be sure that you have an email tracking system available to you, and there are free systems, paid systems. For example, Yesware works very well with Gmail. Point of Mail is another service that they have a free service, but then they have a paid version also. Both of them are very good for helping you to track email so that you know when people open it. Point of Mail actually has a service where you'll know when they open it and if they send it on to other people. So those are two systems that you might want to look at. Step 3 is to choose your niche. When I say that, it means who are you going to be trying to market to? Is it attorneys, plastic surgeons, dentists, plumbers, air conditioning people, dog groomers? You know, who is it that you're trying to target? Then you'll want to select a potential client, and what I found is that this method works better if you've already researched the niche and chosen people who appear to need your services. So for example, if I want to work with plastic surgeons or cosmetic surgeons, I have already researched those people and I know a little bit about who they are. And you can use what is called the scarcity method when you write your email, which might mean that you say to them, I'm only going to work with one person in this specific niche in your local area. Something like that, but only use that tactic if it's true. Because, for example, again, this method, you can use it to sell your local marketing services. It could be video services, it could be mobile marketing, it could be search engine optimization, it could be reputation. Whatever services you're selling with your email, this could be useful. And again, always err on the side of truth whenever you're using any of these methods. If you're only going to work with one plastic surgeon in zip code 1234, you know, then make sure that that is what's going to happen, so that you can say, I've sent this out to 15 different people, but I can only work with one. I hope it's you. So think along those lines if you're going to use that method. Number 5, find your ideal clients using any method you choose. And again, I'm talking about this so that you actually will implement it, because for many people, getting started is the scariest part. So if you're somebody who's already sending out hundreds and hundreds of emails, then of course you would scale this. But if you're someone who you're just starting out, you haven't got your first client yet, or maybe you have one or two, choose at least 10 people. And again, this is something that you can do, or you can give your assistant to do it, or if you're still working, you could, maybe you have your 15-minute break in the morning, your 15-minute break in the afternoon. You could spend, 10 minutes finding some ideal clients that you would like to work with, and then gather up enough so that you have at least 10 to send out to as your first wave of information. Where do you find these potential clients? Well, I like to use in my local area what I call OPM, which is other people's media, literally newspapers, magazines, flyers, coupon books, physicians' guides. The best of guides are very, very good, and you can find these both in paper form and also in digital form. Billboards, you'd be surprised at how many potential clients there are who are spending thousands of dollars advertising on billboards, and they need online help. And of course, website searches, Lead Finder, those are all places where you can find potential clients. And again, I'm making a point of saying this is a way to get started and to avoid overwhelm when you're just getting started, but it's absolutely scalable as you grow your business. Number 6 is to get Jing or other screen capture software with text and graphic capabilities. Jing is free from TechSmith. You can also use Snagit or even the screen capture on your computer, and you can pull it into a PowerPoint, a Keynote, or an Open Office or Google Doc and add words to it. But Jing is really easy because you can take a screenshot and it gives you the option of making arrows, boxes, and adding text to it. 7, you want to do some basic research about the niche, and Google Ad Planner is still easy to use. You can find out about certain keyword phrases in your niche that will tell you if people are looking for that type of business in your area, and you can use that as an indicator on whether or not it is a good niche to be trying to target. And of course, if you can't find any information in your small area, your small demographic, put the same keywords into a big city area, and that will give you a representation of what is happening, across the board around the United States, or do the searches in your own country, wherever you are based out of. Step 8 is that you want to find the best keyword phrase with some type of traffic. And again, you're looking for a minimum of 50 clicks on a certain type of niche, but it could be in larger cities to get a better idea if you can't find information in smaller cities. And all of this is basic research. So you could use this basic research information. It could be very useful to you when you are trying to sell services, for example, for search engine optimization, for video, again, the mobile marketing. It helps you to know who has websites in the area, because you can find who is advertising in the AdWords. You can find out a lot of information just by knowing a few keywords and niches in different cities. Then, when you take the screenshot, you can use the POPs plus iOS. What does that mean? I actually had to ask myself. I was trying to come up with some cute acronym, to explain what this is. But the POPs is that you want to mark up your screenshot that shows the problem with the opportunity, and the pain points with the solution, and some type of an irresistible offer. And an irresistible offer could be something that is no risk, results in advance, free, or it might have a scarcity factor. So that's what I mean when I say the POPs plus the iOS is problem with an opportunity, pain points, solution, irresistible offer, which means no risk, results in advance, or something that's free, and then, of course, scarcity, which is your fear factor. For example, here is a screenshot that you could insert into your email or even use in a snail mail campaign, and this is very basic. Does your website look like this? And then, of course, we have marked that it's not mobile friendly, and you can put more information on this, of course, but this says a lot. If you put this screenshot into your email, and then your email, which I'll show you a sample of in a few minutes, this could help you to show and tell the person what their problem is, and then, of course, you're offering them the solution, which is you. You come to the table with the solution. Here's another example of a screenshot that you could pop into your emails. This, of course, is focusing on the April 21st mobile-friendly update from Google, and I used the Mobile Wizard tool to create a side-by-side comparison. So I made this using PowerPoint, which is very simple. I just popped my image that I took with Jing into the PowerPoint, and then I wrote the words Google penalty coming if your website looks like this, and I put it on a white background. Google love coming if your website looks like this, put it on a white background, and then I wrote the bottom message, it's not too late to save your business from impending Google Mice update, coming April 21st. and create a positive experience for your customer. Call now to schedule your upgrade, telephone number, and then check it for yourself, and I sent them to my mobile website. So this image here with the side-by-side comparison is very good for immediate, oh my God, what is that, to, oh, this is clear, I can read it. So step number 10, as you make these screenshots, put them in a folder, you know, with each potential client's name so you have it all neatly organized. Step 11, repeat it until you have at least 10 hot prospects, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever it is. Then you can create and mail your email with your email tracking software activated. Step 13, you wait and then you act on opens. And what does act on opens mean? It means that you will call them and close them, or call them and make an appointment depending on what your model is. All of this can be done either as a email, telephone sales type of a program where you actually sell them over the phone, or it can be email them, call them, make an appointment, see them in person, or have a meeting with them. There are several different ways that you can do this, and again, it really depends on your personal personality, on how you like to do it, and where you live. You may live in a place where the people expect you to come see them, but just because they expect that doesn't mean you have to do that. You absolutely can do this entire program using the internet and the tools that you have at your disposal, because we live in a digital world. You don't have to drive anywhere to meet anyone, because you could meet them online with a GoToMeeting, with a Join Me. I mean, there's many tools that you can use, both free and paid. And of course, it's first come, first serve. And some ideas might be that if you're trying to break down these niches, let's use the example DUI attorney Chicago. Well, obviously Chicago is this huge metropolitan area, but if you break that down into all the little suburbs around it, you have the opportunity that you could have one attorney be buying up several different zip codes or communities, or you could easily serve multiple attorneys in the same niche who are serving different suburbs. So you can go with one client, many locations, or many clients, one location, depending on how you want to use that. So I want to talk a little bit about deconstructing the email, and in this particular sample, I'm talking about if you were to send a video to a person, and your subject line could be as simple as video John Smith, or video and their name. And when you're talking to somebody in an email, use their first name, a familiar name, and if they're a doctor or a professional, you don't call them doctor, just say their name, like if their name is Michael or Mark or John, but never ever use the familiar like dude, especially if you don't know the people personally. Like when I get an email where it says, hey dude, I might open it, but obviously I'm not a dude, and it just tells me that somebody is using some tactic that somebody said, hey, people will open your email if you write, hey dude. They may open your email, but that doesn't mean that they're going to respond to you in a positive way. You've got one chance, and that chance is, if they open it, you better deliver something good that because you got them to open that email. So don't waste your opportunities. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So in the very beginning, as you know in an email, you can often see the very first line beyond the subject line. So for example, if I'm sending a video to someone, I could say, John, I made this short video just for you. Click to watch, and then of course my email can have more information in it. And then thanks and my name. And I always include calls to action and everything, but this is just basic deconstruction. And another subject line idea could be, for example, looking for Portland dentist. I need a Tampa chiropractor. Looking for someone. You can use these types of subject lines, and again, it needs to match whatever it is that your email body is about. But these are just some samples. This is an actual email that I wrote related to the Google Mobile Friendly update, and I did run it through the spam checker, and it met the criteria, and it was deemed to be non-spammy. But I wanted to just show you this very quickly. So your subject line, April 21 deadline for Google Mobile Update compliance. Okay, this particular subject line, we immediately give a sense of urgency. We give a date with the word deadline. And then we tell them what it's about, Google Mobile Update compliance. The word compliance is extremely powerful because that implies you have to do this. You have to comply with this. And then the body says April 21st, 2015 is coming up. So you're saying, hey, this deadline is coming up. Google has announced, so you're using Google as your source, that it will change its algorithm, which allows its users to find high-quality, relevant search results that are optimized for their mobile devices. So you tell them exactly what's happening. Second line, I've got bad news for you. It's the old bad news, good news scenario. Your website is not mobile friendly. This means that your current ranking may be in jeopardy. So you're painting the picture, but you're not instilling that this is the end of the world, but you're giving it enough of a fear factor that it's still effective but honest. And then the good news is I can help you create a mobile optimized version of your website for you, so you don't need to be worried. I have your back. So you give them the good news. I'm here. I am the solution. I have your back. Don't worry. And then see the sample of your old site that Google will penalize, and see the new site I created for you that Google will love. This is your opportunity to use your mobile wizard side by side if you're doing a results in advance type campaign. So you show them what their website looks like that Google will penalize, and then you show them their new local ThemeJacks website that Google will love. So you'll show them that side by side, and then you give them the call me today with a phone number, and then together we can make sure that your online presence is Google mobile friendly. So you're saying, I'm in this with you. I will help you. Together we'll fix this. Then your name, phone, email, and then you come up with the PS. You repeat, April 21st is Google's mobile-friendly deadline. I can help you. Call me. So you basically have told the story, grabbed their attention, told the story, given them the facts. Here's the bad news. Here's the good news. Don't worry. I can help you. P.S. The deadline is April 21st. I can help you. Call me. So you have come full circle. with this so that no matter where they read in this email, if they open it, that's step one, they scan it, they know that something's going on, they're going to stop and look at that image, and they're going to be able to discern in seconds, nanoseconds probably, hey, I've got a problem. Ooh, call this person. They can help me. So that is the power of an email. So this has been how to use email to get new clients. And like I told you before, that was just one little sample of how you can use email to get new clients. And then, of course, I shared with you the email tester so that you can find out if your emails, your newsletters, anything that you send out to people, if it is spam friendly and if it meets the criteria for email, so that you can eliminate the problems that you may be having.